The International Day commemorating the victims of acts of violence based on religion or belief, observed around the world on August 22nd every year, was organized by the United Nations to battle the discrimination against religion violence and also to promote human rights related to religion or beliefs. Meanwhile, targeted acts of violence have led to physical effects on the environment, which is why a genuine commitment to address them through policy initiatives is called upon, bringing back recovery against violence and abuses. Enjoy has more.
Religion violence is violence that is motivated by or in reaction to religious perspectives, text, or the doctrines of a target or an attacker. It includes violence against religious institutions, people, objects, or events. The world has faced an alarming escalation of hate, both online and offline, targeting religion or belief minorities, hence the need to commemorate the victims of acts of violence based on religion or belief.
Terrorism and violence against religious minority. It's a very simple meaning that arises from an act of marginalizations or a kind of suppress being experienced by some people in a society. And the situation of being oppressed or suppressed by certain religion in a certain place can result to terrorism.
To me, it is evil and it is wickedness. To be sincere, you can't force your religion on someone else. It has to be your willingness to accept beliefs and the faith of that religion.
Targeted acts of violence have led to a pervasive environment of fear for many women and girls around the world. This trend has been exacerbated by an unprecedented pandemic, regression in respect for the rule of law and human rights, and the devastating impact of man-made and natural disasters that continue to test the international community.
To be sincere, you can't force your religion on someone else. It has to be your willingness to accept beliefs and the faith of that religion. If you are not accepting, nobody should coerce you to the extent of killing you. So I believe that it is wickedness in my own word.
Religious tolerance and violence, the two is a congruent issues, because violence and religious tolerance, one is a resultant to one. The previous one, which is religious tolerance, or when we say religious intolerance, it can be of two ways. If it is positive, we say religious tolerance. But when it remains negative in a society, we say religious intolerance.
The theme of this year is to emphasize the significance of aiding victims of religious persecution as part of the United Nations efforts to promote human rights related to religious freedom and also unflinching solidarity for the victims, which will be expressed by doing all in their ability to prevent such attacks and bring those guilty accountable.
The effect of religious intolerance, one, has its own defect. Violence in the society, which is a result of a very big result from intolerance, likewise before leading to terrorism. When there is peace, people will live together. The determinant of a society and the standard of a group is determined by the people that are living in that compound. And the determination of these determinants, the determination of these people, the determinants, depend on how well you wish your society to be in following the book of law.
Nobody should be able, or nobody should be going around trying to force one religion on people. People should have freedom of religion, freedom of who to serve. And I believe that this is just bringing so much wickedness into our world.
However, the government should be able to monitor the concerned states and the international community regarding the panoply of human rights violations perpetrated in the name of religion or belief, as well as practices that discriminate against religious freedom. Adejoke Ilori, reporting for KAFTAN TV News.